train non-stop. Some are witty, some are punny. You might groan, but hey, well, I thought it was funny. So sit back, come, let's seize the day. Release coffee check, you're a laugh away.
Good morning, folks. The time is 9:22 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 8th of August, 2025. And, of course, we know that that is the 9th of August. For my friends on the other side of the planet, my friends in Australia. My friends all over Australia, but you know I love to say it. Hello, Melbourne! Why am I calling out Melbourne? Almost 7,000 members in Melbourne alone. That's the city with the most members around the world. That's crazy. It's good kind of crazy, folks. My name's Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. That group was so funny I started it again. We've got two groups. Let's call it a community called Well, I Thought It Was Funny. And you know what, folks? That community has got over 830,000 members like you. And speaking of you, I know who you are. You're awesome. That's what you are. Folks, this group was nothing until you got here. This group is amazing now. Therefore, I gotta say, you must be amazing. The math adds up. Thanks for making these groups what they are. The funniest community on the internet. The funniest city on the internet. Why do I say the funniest city on the internet? Because we've got more people than a lot of cities have population. We've got well over 830,000 members between our two groups, so in our community, that's incredible. And it makes me feel great, folks. And it's like this because you folks have made it funny and people decided, like, I'm gonna go there. It's funny. So you rock, my friends. Cheers to us. What's happening today? What's going on in your day? What are you doing? I'm gonna tell you, it's Friday, of course, for us here. It's Saturday for our friends in Australia. It's raining out. It's been raining for the last few weeks, it seems. We've had a couple of nice sunny days in between, but we've had a lot of rain, especially for where I live. This is kind of unusual. It's getting me a little down, been gray a lot, and I don't even mind the rain, but I'm telling you, it's been gray for so long. But anyways, that's not what I'm doing. That's what the day's like. I'm going to do a little bit of laundry after we finish recording the video. Then after that, I've got to do a little bit of running around, a little bit of grocery shopping. Might hang out with my buddy Mitch if he's up for it, if he's not working. But other than that, no other plans. I do have a concert to work tomorrow. I will tell you what that concert is right now. I'm just going to bring up my schedule. And it's not a band that I'm familiar with, but hey, I've discovered so many bands from working their concerts. Let's take a look at the name of this band. So it takes a moment or two for my scheduling app to pop up. Isn't this exciting, eh? Alrighty. So tomorrow, Mountjoy. That's a concert at the Calgary, at the Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. On Sunday, I'm working a basketball game. It's the Calgary Surge. I don't know what level of basketball they are, but they are pros. I guess probably AAA, the equivalent of AAA. So that's what I'm doing over the weekend. Of course, we will have a video on Sunday. No video tomorrow. But those are my only real concrete plans right now. Is working for the next 2 days. And of course, the grocery shopping I have to do and the laundry we'll have to do. So those are my exciting plans this weekend. I would love to hear about your day today. What are you doing in the weekend? Why don't you share a little bit? Take a picture from your yard. Let me know a little bit about your village, your town, your city, wherever you might live, even your country. If you're not living in Calgary, I don't care where you're living. I'd love to hear about your country, even if I'm living in the same country as you. I want to hear about you. I'd love to hear about your hobbies, your pets, your life. Anything you want to share that you wouldn't mind us sharing on one of these videos, I think it'll make it a lot more interesting. And we've got the chance to make the funniest city on the internet, us, the friendliest city on the internet. We'll build a sense of community. We get to know a few of us, right? Come on, folks. Why don't you send in a little blurb about yourself? It can just be a comment on the video, some photos if you like. If you do want to send videos, that's absolutely fine. But you'll have to send them by email to admin, ADMIN, at wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. And I'll keep an eye out for it. I would absolutely love to share a video from you or photos or whatever. Just, I want to hear about your day. Please share with us. You know, I don't know if you remember last week, I was giving away a coffee cup that Cowflix coffee cup. It was kind of a funny little coffee cup. It came from Cow's Ice Cream Shop in beautiful Banff, Alberta. Well, the person who claimed it was Melissa Carnahan. She watches our videos on YouTube. She used to be one of the top contributors to these groups. And if you've been here for, say 3 or 4 months, you probably remember Melissa Carnahan. Hope she comes back someday. But we definitely miss you. But she claimed it. She watches the video on YouTube, as I said. She claimed the cup. I sent it out to her, and it arrived while I was recording the last video on Wednesday. So she sent in a photo of it, and she's very happy with it. Let me bring that up right now. I'm going to just bring that over here. Yeah, I thought it was a cute little coffee cup. I really did. And I'm glad somebody decided they wanted it because I have too many coffee cups. I bought it just so I could add it to the video at the beginning, the intro with the coffee cups. I'm glad that somebody wanted it. So, yep, sent that off to Melissa Carnahan, and it arrived on Wednesday, all in one piece. I wish I had taken a picture of the box that I had sent it out in, because I had to MacGyver a box. I didn't have one that would fit a coffee cup, right? I didn't want to go and spend another $5 or $6 on just a box. So I had a box that kind of fitted. I cut it all up, taped it up. I tell you, it was like cardboard origami. But it got there safe. I'm glad, Melissa. I'm glad you got your coffee cup. I'm glad you like it, folks. I'm going to try to maybe do some giveaways every once in a while on in these videos. See if people are interested. But that's what happened. Melissa got her coffee cup. I'm so glad she got it, and I'm so glad you like it. She says it's adorable, and I think it is too. It's a pretty cute coffee cup. I'm going to bring it up one more time there. There it is. All right, folks. So please, let's hear about your life. Anything you want to share, I would love to hear from you. But you know what? Even if you don't want to share anything, but if you're watching the video and you've never commented on the video, can you just give a thumbs up or something like that? Like a like to the video or a laugh or anything, because it gives me a kind of a better gauge as to who's watching. I mean, it's not even you don't even have to say anything. Please, just like to know that there's more than 5 people watching. I mean, I'm happy if there's 5 people watching. I'd like to know if there's more than 5 people watching. So come on, just a quick thumbs up or a happy face or a heart, or whatever kind of reaction you want. Any kind of reaction is going to at least give me an idea that there's people out there. I know there's certain people out there for sure. All right, now you know what, folks? I've got some funny posts that we got to share. In fact, today we're going to be sharing 4 posts. One of them is for me. I'm sorry. It's something that I created a while ago that's got a lot of traction recently. So I thought I might as well share it again. In fact, I've got people trying to share it, and they tried to get rid of my little watermark on there. I said, no, I know where that comes from. I made it. But I'll shut up. I've got some great posts from. I've got posts from Carl Martin. I've got another one from Corey Buckner. I share a lot of stuff from Corey, and Corey's a good friend of mine. And then another one from J.R. Ross. You've definitely seen posts from J.R. Ross if you watch these videos, and if you're a member of these groups, because J.R. Ross is a prolific poster, and he posts some really funny stuff. And of course, the 4th and final post will be one from me. So let's start off with Carl Martin's post. Going to bring that up right now. Now, just before we go into it, they will cover my face. That's just so I don't have to do any weird editing later on when I put these on Instagram and TikTok. That said, these are funnier than I am good looking anyway, so it shouldn't cause any issues. So let's bring up the first meme from Carl Martin. Bring it up right now. I think I could pull off this trick. Maybe with a tiny bit of work, just a fresh shave. I've seen this before. It made me laugh before. Haven't seen it for a while, so of course we allowed the post to go through because it's been quite a while since it's been shared. And it's a funny post. Carl, thank you very much. Next one from my buddy Corey, bringing that up right now. Never thought about that, did you? It's true. Being an alien robot wearing a poorly fitting human suit, observing here on Earth, I have to say it's true. All right, next one is from J.R. Ross. Bringing it up right now. I don't live in Florida, but the mosquitoes are bad enough here. I could just imagine a place where they've got a 365-day life cycle. I mean, that's crazy. It's been hot too, right? All right, I appreciate it. I love the image, actually. It just made me laugh. Thank you, J.R. Ross. Thank you, Corey Buckner. Thank you, Carl Martin. And then we've got a 4th and final one. And this one's for me. And as I said, this one I made. I'm kind of proud of this one. I really like this one. I like the idea behind it. I think, I'm sorry I'm blowing my own horn, but I really do think this is a particularly funny meme. So, yeah, I know you're supposed to be humble, but oh well. Yeah, I'll make that one a little bit bigger, actually, because there's a lot of text on it. All right, a lot of text in that one, but I think it's hilarious. I had this idea one night. I don't know why. It just popped in my head. It was a few years ago. Made this meme. It seemed to be kind of popular. Shared it again, and it's getting reshared, or attempted to reshare. So those are our memes I wanted to share today. I hope a few of them made you laugh. I really do. Once again, thank you to Carl Martin. Thank you to my buddy Corey Buckner. And thank you to J.R. Ross. I'm not going to thank myself because that's kind of cheesy, isn't it? I am cheesy, but not that kind of cheesy. Folks, keep sending in your funny stuff. It's the reason why we've got 830,000 plus members here. It's because you made it funny with posts like these. Maybe I'll share your post tomorrow. All right, you know what time it is? I think you do. It's time for The Bad Jokes! A man walks into a bar with a newt on his shoulder. The bartender says, "Wow, that's an interesting pet. What's its name?" And the man says, "Well, I call him Tiny." The bartender says, "Well, that's not very original. Why'd you call him that?" The man says, "Well, he is minute." Running into stationary objects can be painful, at least according to a recent poll. A group of thugs broke into a local police station and smashed all the toilets. Police may not have much luck catching them, as they have nothing to go on. What's the difference between a jeweler and a jailer? One sells watches, the other one watches sells. Why weren't the sailors able to play cards? Because the captain was standing on the deck. Just wondering, but is a fake turd the same as a shampoo? Thanks for coming back for those bad jokes, because I know a few of you do come back here specifically for the bad jokes. That makes me feel happy. If it gives you a reason for being here, I'm glad it's there. Plus, I enjoy telling them. Hardest part of the video to make, because there's more editing to do with the bad jokes. And I gotta say, they're not necessarily bad jokes. That's just the name of the segment. When I first started, they were all bad jokes. Some of them are still bad, but I know some of them are making you laugh, and that's the whole point of it. And I've got people to thank, too, for my bad jokes. First two jokes I got from my beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy. Second two jokes I got from my buddy Dave Knapp. And then the last two jokes, because we did do 6 jokes today, I got from... Okay, I'm going to bring up this book. I've showed this book many times. I'm almost done the book, actually. Dad Jokes, the Cheesy Edition. By @DadSaysJokes. That's that @ Dad Says Jokes, all one word, on Instagram and on Facebook. Probably on X. I wouldn't know. I don't hang out in X. But yeah, great stuff. Thank you, Wendy, my beautiful, wonderful wife. Thank you, Dave, my friend. And thank you to those folks at Dad Jokes, because they are hilarious. You folks have been awesome in sending in jokes. It makes me so happy. And the folks at Dad Says Jokes, I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I don't even think they know I exist. But they have been supplying me with funny jokes to tell you for a while, through their books, through their posts. So I am going to suggest, if you like funny stuff like this, or dad jokes, look for Dad Jokes @Dad Says Jokes, I should say. So the @ @Dad Says Jokes on Instagram and on Facebook. And why don't you subscribe or like their page or whatever it is, because funny stuff. I have to show my sources, because if you don't show your sources, you're just stealing. And I ain't stealing jokes. Speaking of that, I want to tell your jokes, and I want to give you credit for your jokes. Why don't you send in your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com, and if I tell your joke, I'm telling the world that it was your joke, just like I just did with Wendy, with Dave, and with the folks at Dad Says Jokes. You'll get credit for your joke. Why? I don't like to steal jokes. I don't. So send them in to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And you know what? If you feel like it, why don't you record yourself telling a joke, whether it's on your phone, on your webcam. I'll even take a cassette, video or audio. Send it in to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com, and maybe one of these days you'll click play on the video, Gonna get to the joke segment. I'll introduce the joke segment, and then there's a bunch of folks just like you telling jokes, including you. Send your jokes and recordings of you telling jokes, if that's your thing, to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And I'm gonna ask you to do me a couple of favors today, folks. Real easy ones. Well, I don't know if they're easy, but at least they're not selfish favors of me. If you get a chance, try to make somebody laugh. Make sure it's the appropriate time, appropriate place. But if you make somebody laugh, you're gonna make their day better no matter what. And that second favor I'm going to ask, it's along the same lines. Now, you are as important as anyone else, and you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to laugh. Please try to find something that makes you laugh today. If you haven't already, search it out, and if you find something particularly funny and it makes you laugh, share it with the group, tag me in it. It'll be one of my featured posts tomorrow. Come on, folks. Make somebody laugh if you can, but definitely make sure you're laughing. Alright, I'm going to play a commercial, my friends. I am proud of the stuff that we have in our store. I'm proud of this coffee cups that we have. I'm proud of these t-shirts. I'm wearing one right now. You know, and people seem to like them. When I'm out and about wearing my hoodie or my t-shirt, people ask about it. You know, they're good quality products. They look good. And any purchase is going to go a long way to helping us do what we do here. And that's trying to keep this group funny. So I'm going to stop talking, we're going to play that commercial, and then we're going to come right back and we're going to talk about you.
Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts, we got coffee cups, we've got to-go cups, we've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com.
I appreciate you sitting through that commercial. I don't like commercials, and I'm sorry I have to put it up there, but we spend a lot of time in the group. We really do, and it takes a lot away from life, and it's kind of like a job. It's a job that doesn't pay. We're just trying to make it make sense. That said, if you do purchase any of our products, I'm pretty sure you're going to be happy with them. The quality is there. I think the graphic looks good. And like I say, when I'm out and about wearing the t-shirt or my hoodie, people actually stop me and ask me about it. They say they like it. And I've had several people actually scan the QR code that's in the bottom corner of the graphic. And they went to the group and joined the group while I was right there with them. And if you do purchase any of our items, of course, I want to see a picture of you flashing that coffee cup or wearing that shirt or the hoodie, or where did you slap that sticker, or maybe that awesome tote bag that we have. I want to see you representing. That would be amazing. And if you do get somebody to join the group, get them to let us know, like to tag us on one of the videos or in that little welcome landing page we have. Get them to let us know where they came from, and then who suggested they join the group. I think that would be incredible. So enough of that. I've already spent time selling stuff. And you know what? You've heard that. You've heard it many times. If you want to go to the store, you're going to go to the store. Right? What's more important is you. You've made me so happy. You've made this little Facebook group that I started just because I was tired of groups that weren't really funny or inconsistently funny. I started it April 2024, and it took a little while to get any traction. About a month in, we were at about 90 people, and then a couple hundred, right? And then all of a sudden 1,000. 1,000 I thought was incredible. I didn't think I'd ever get 1,000. That's around the same time I brought on board Gail Countaway and my buddy John Kyle, our two admins, aside from myself. And then it just started steamrolling. Holy smokes, did it steamroll. And eventually we added a few more admins and mods. I mean, we got Dan Peterson as a mod, and then we added my buddy Mitch Laird as a mod, and and then my friend James Kyle came on board a little more recently. And I think we've got a great team here. But I never expected... I never expected to get 1,000 people, let alone 830 some thousand people. You blow me away, It's humbling, despite the fact that I'm talking about it here. But I'll tell you, I'm mostly just talking about it here, not really a lot of other places. But I do have to thank you. I got to thank you for taking that little thing that I created to make people laugh, and you actually made it funny, and we're making people laugh. My plan has always been, pretty much since I was a kid, to make people laugh. I like making people laugh. Some people think it's a defense mechanism. I don't think it's a defense mechanism. I just like making people laugh. I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of defense mechanism there, though. I mean, hey, we are creatures, right? Folks, thank you for making this the funniest city on the internet. And thank you for making it the best group on the internet. And, it just blows me away. And you absolutely rock. I'm going to be here back again in another video on Sunday. But I'm here all the time, I promise you. I'm always curating the group. I'm always checking on things. Same thing with our other admins and mods. They're all very active in the group. We're going to see you again on Sunday. Like I said, I'm here all the time. All the love, my friends.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.